Disasters happen at any time in the unexpected place. There is no such place in the world that was not touched by a disaster, and it is very crucial if such disaster happened in school. In order to alleviate the impact of disaster towards all school personnel, they have to enhance their preparedness and awareness campaigns so that everyone can be an asset to save lives. Here are the following precautionary measures which can strengthen the school personnel's knowledge towards different disasters like fire, earthquake, typhoon, landslide, and to activities held outside the school premises. Welcome to Strengthening Preparedness and Awareness Towards Disaster Affair, or S.P.A.D.A. Let's begin with fire. Fire safety, school's priority. Let us all remind that prevention is the key factor to reduce the conditions that may come up to the cause of fire or loss of life, considering the different things that we are need to do before, during, and after fire hits. Let's begin with before. First, don't panic. Second, all exit facilities must be inspected daily. Avoid overloading of electrical outlets. Flammable and combustible materials in school must be stored in approved containers or in a tractor storage room. Keep out all school documents and papers near a flame. Always check gas leakage and never left unattended cooking in the school canteen. Seriously, be part in your school fire drill. And the last one, provide a fire extinguisher and check it monthly to ensure it's operational. Let's move on to during a fire. First, you have to learn how to operate a fire extinguisher. This must be followed to remember to get out, stay out, shout fire for several times, and go outside using stairs. Get low and go under the smoke to your exit. Then go to your meeting place. After the fire, always remember to let professionals check the school building first. Remain vigilant and look surrounding for small lingering embers. Third, do not wash, drink, and use the water until officials announce the water source is safe. Remember, if your clothes is on fire, remember to stop what you are doing, drop to the ground, and roll back and forth until the flames go out. Another common unpredictable event that brought chaos to all school personnel is an earthquake. Earthquake? Be quick! Always remember that with proper training and planning in advance, everyone in your school and be prepared to react appropriately before, during, and after an earthquake. Before an earthquake, every schools are encouraged to establish a schools response team. Second, conduct regular drop, cover, and hold on drills. Third, know where your emergency kit are located. This must be followed that keep building evacuation plans up to date. The last one, coordinate your community for a functional and effective recovery. During an earthquake, first and foremost, do not panic and keep your eyes open. Second, perform the drop, cover, and hold. Stay inside the classroom and wait to stop the shaking. Face away from the glass windows and doors. Watch out for falling objects. After an earthquake hits, you have to protect your head from falling objects. Take stairways instead of elevator. Go to an open area. Assess yourself and check others as well. Then, be prepared for aftershocks. Next disaster that Filipinos are known to is a typhoon. Typhoon? We won! Resiliency is what Filipinos are known to be. Typhoon preparedness is what can mitigate its impact on lives and properties, especially the school personnel. We must be protected before, during, and after the typhoon strikes. Before the typhoon, first thing that you should do is to observe weather reports and do not ignore alerts you receive through text. Next, secure water supply and sufficient food. Sustain items such as flashlights and radios operated by batteries. Fourth, fix immediately damages at school or in the house. Lastly, evacuate immediately if needed. During the typhoon, first thing that you should do is to remain at home. Second, ensure important properties on high grounds. Third, watch out for flying objects and debris. Fourth, keep updated on the latest news. After the typhoon, first you have to assess yourself and other family members. Second, if your home was destroyed, check first before entering. Third, do not use and plug any appliances. And the last one, keep an eye on the news. The Department of Education has the authority to cancel or suspend classes during typhoon. This was governed by the Executive Order Number 66, Series of 2012, also known as prescribing rules on the cancellation or suspension of classes and work in the government offices due to typhoons, flooding, and other weather disturbances. This was supported by DepEd Order Number 43 Series of 2012. During Signal Number 1, no classes in all kindergarten. Kindergarten up to elementary to high school has no class during Signal Number 2. In Signal Number 3, no classes from kindergarten to college level, including the graduate schools. Aside from the Department of Education, local government unit or LGU and school head can suspend also classes in order to protect all concerns. If there is no class suspension and bad weather still persists, parents and guardians should be vigilant on weather condition. Landslide is the next disaster that we are going to tackle. Take your side during landslide. Landslide basically is the movement of slopes that fall or slide toward the foot of the slope due to the control of gravity of the earth. Before landslide occur, first thing that you have got to do is to know the condition of your school's location or area. Second, develop emergency response and evacuation plans in your area and family. Next, if your area is vulnerable to landslide, consider leaving it to be safe. The fourth, determine the easiest and safest way going to evacuation center. And the last one is you have to take your part to plant more trees. When landslide occur, first thing that you should do is to remain alert and attentive. If inside the classroom or in your house, just stay inside and hide yourself under a strong table. Pay attention to unfamiliar sounds that might indicate the landslide, like trees cracking or boulders knocking together. If you are near to a stream, be alert for any sudden increase or decrease in water flow. Be aware that strong shaking from earthquakes can induce or intensify the effects of landslide. After the landslide, first is you have to stay away from the slide area. Second, examine and provide assistance for injured persons near the slide. Third, check your house and building conditions for damages. Next, replant damaged ground as soon as possible. Then you have to ask advices from experts for evaluating hazard to landslide. Off-campus activities can be smooth with this 4 E's approach. The first E is to enforce the body system and hope everything goes smoothly. Second E, ensure the availability of medical kit for emergency purposes. The third E, evacuation procedures should be followed at all times in terms of crisis. And the last E, emergency food and supplies are accessible. Let's move on to C's. The first C, check medical condition of each learner. Contact details of learners are intact. Convoy and traffic rules must be in advance information. And the last C, consider also the condition of weather. With this approach, you can have a smooth and off-to-go activity. With this S.P.A.D.A, or Strengthening Preparedness and Awareness, towards disaster affair, all school personnel as well as the community will become fully aware of the impact of disaster and its effect can be mitigated in order to have a safe, adaptive, and disaster-resilient Filipino communities towards sustainable development. Indeed, life is secured if precautionary measures are being followed. Thank you for watching.